Hello everyone, the TYSK report is here and so are you. So without further ado, let's get into our first article talking about Xbox. Xbox debuts a new AI-powered gaming companion for mobile users. Ahead of the Game Developers Conference GDC, Xbox revealed that it's experimenting with an AI-powered gaming sidekick. Copilot for Gaming, powered by Microsoft's AI technology, is a voice-activated assistant designed to enhance the gaming experience and is designed to answer questions, complete tasks, and even criticize if you're playing poorly. In a briefing with the press, the company demonstrated several use cases, such as providing real-time tips, like suggesting which Overwatch character to pick for your team based on their strengths. It even looks at your past character selections on particular maps, and the AI can also advise you on your next move to win the fight or how to improve in future encounters. Xbox partnered with game studios to ensure that the AI's responses are accurate, since the information found on the internet can sometimes be misleading or outdated. This means that when you ask the Copilot for help with the game, though it won't let you cheat, it will provide you with the correct information. Other smaller tasks the AI can handle include reminding you what happened during the last gaming session, installing games for you, and recommending new titles based on your preferences. Currently, Copilot for Gaming is available only through the Xbox mobile app and will pull up as a second screen while you play a game. Xbox plans to improve the feature based on user feedback. So outside of AI agents taking over the world in other industries, it's starting to look like it's going to be very immersed within the gaming space. Now, for some reason with this article, I believe later on down the road, the gaming industry is going to have a small subsector where games are going to be developed without a controller in mind. Voice is going to be one of those main features that's going to take away touch. So we shall see if this is going to happen in the future, but I'm thinking because of what's happening and the progression of technology, it's going to become more of a reality than just an idea or prediction. WeRide and Renault test self-driving bus in Spain. Chinese self-driving tech company WeRide has entered another new country, having confirmed that it offered a free robobus trial service in Barcelona. The pilot was being run in partnership with French automotive giant the Renault Group and saw an autonomous shuttle operate along a circular route of around 1.2 miles in the Catalan capital around March 15th. Riders were not charged, and there were 4 designated stops that they were able to get off and on. According to WeRide, the goal was for the riders to easily and safely discover autonomous driving in real traffic. The Spanish trial marks another step forward in that it provides the opportunity to further showcase the maturity and potential of the level 4 self-driving tech in heavy city traffic for the first time. And for WeRide, the program allows it to add Spain to the growing list of countries in Europe that it has been active in during the first 3 months of 2025. Renault said that the pilot represents its idea of the future challenges of public transport in Europe and confirmed that several more tests similar to those seen in Spain, Switzerland, and France were set to be announced soon. So that last statement is very similar to the things that I've talked about in previous videos of how lots of this autonomous technology is being implemented to get people familiar with it and comfortable with it. In addition to that, in this video right here and this video right here, I've been talking about WeRide and how they've been progressing and doing different types of trial runs all over the globe. So as their footprint and capabilities continue to expand, as mentioned previously, WeRide is going to be one of those companies that more people are going to learn about as time progresses. Flying vehicle startup selects electric motors for flight. Electric vertical takeoff and landing startup Ascendance has selected electric motors developed by French aircraft equipment manufacturer Safran Electrical and Power. The engines would be for the prototype Flying Atia, a hybrid electric VTOL vehicle currently in production. The Flying Atia electric aerial vehicle is designed with 2-engine US electric motors built by Safran. Ascendance started ground testing of the EAV at test facilities in Muret. The tests are intended to validate the integration of technologies, including Engine US, into the Atia propulsion system, according to the company. The vehicle would use electric batteries during takeoff and climb and then run on Jet A1, sustainable aviation fuel, and eventually switching to hydrogen. Once at altitude, the front and rear propellers would turn to provide horizontal thrust. Unlike some other flying vehicles in development, most notably the air taxis, the Atia does not have any tilting rotors. So that's just some of the latest news from a company involved within the air taxi space, and it's not too often that we hear about these air taxi companies using and hydrogen to power their eVTOL aircraft, and I wonder how functional it's going to be over periods of time, and if hydrogen can be reliable while they're in the air for those different periods of time. Also, this is showing the progression of the air taxi space. Many different companies out there like Ascendance, Beta Technologies, Joby Aviation, Archer, and then Ehang Holdings out there in China. All these different companies are continuing to move the needle forward, and soon one day you could find yourself seeing many different people taking rides on these eVTOLs from one place to another. Quantum supremacy claim for real-world problem solving. D-Wave Quantum said its Advantage 2 annealing quantum computer achieved quantum supremacy on a practical real-world problem. A new peer-reviewed paper published in Science Beyond Classical Computation and Quantum Simulation said D-Wave system has outperformed classical supercomputers in simulation quantum dynamics and programmable spin glasses, complex magnetic material simulations with significant business and scientific applications. D-Wave said the magnetic material simulation problem would take nearly 1 million years and more energy than the world's annual electricity consumption if attempted on a classical GPU-based supercomputer, which D-Wave said Advantage 2 achieved in minutes. For the study, D-Wave collaborated with scientists from 11 institutions worldwide and tested its quantum system against the Frontier supercomputer at Oak Ridge National Laboratory. According to the company, the study showcases the efficiency and potential of quantum annealing in tackling computationally intractable materials discovery problems. Scientists are increasingly looking to quantum computing for materials discovery, which is computationally complex, energy-intensive, and expensive task using supercomputers and high-performance computing centers with tens of thousands of GPUs. This milestone suggests practical applications using annealing quantum computers for industries that rely on advanced materials such as pharmaceuticals, energy, and manufacturing. So that's just some of the latest news from the quantum world, and I'll make sure to keep you updated if any other information arises. Lexus Sporty RZ is the latest EV with fake engine noises to simulate gear shifting. Lexus is updating its RZ electric vehicle lineup and introducing new versions that include a simulated manual gearbox and a steer-by-wire system. The top-of-the-line 550 EF Sport includes an interactive manual drive system that gives the driver the feeling of shifting like a manual gas car by synchronizing acceleration and deceleration with immersive noise. It also features the yoke steering wheel Lexus originally showed off for the RZ in 2022, which is available as an option for other versions with drive-by-wire. Interactive manual drive features 8-speed virtual gears controlled by paddle shifters and a shift guide meter to give visual feedback on when to upshift and downshift. The RZ has a new range that maxes out at 357 miles. The higher range is thanks to an updated 77 kilowatt battery that has more and improved cells compared to the previous 71.5 kilowatt one. Lexus plans to gradually roll out the RZ starting this fall across various regions. So if you are one of those individuals out there who wants an electric vehicle but also wants the traditional sounds that comes with internal combustion engine vehicles, it looks like Lexus has got you covered. Now, many other people out there who drive muscle cars or who drives those cars that makes lots of sounds may not want to go this route because it just doesn't have that same type of feel to it, and I could understand that, but at least Lexus is trying to be innovative and keep things on the traditional standpoint when it comes to the noises that a car can make. Also, this looks like a very decent car that people may want to drive, so if you're interested in it, definitely check out this Lexus RZ and see if it's something that you will want to own as your first electric vehicle. ChargePoint deploys DC fast charging stations in upstate New York. ChargePoint has brought 5 new DC fast charging stations online in upstate New York, supported by key funding from the New York State Energy Research and Development Authority. ChargePoint's fast charging stations are in Cortland, Waterloo, Lake Placid, Niagara Falls, and Ripley. With ChargePoint's mobile app, EV drivers can find, use, and pay for charging at the new locations. ChargePoint's collaboration with NYSERDA demonstrates the critical role that public-private partnerships will continue to play in the build-out of charging infrastructure, particularly at the state level, said Rick Wilmeyer, CEO of ChargePoint. NYSERDA's support through its Clean Transportation Program enables the build-out of critical EV charging infrastructure across New York State, reducing the capital capital investment needed to deploy public charging sites. So when people think about EV charging, they think about the Tesla supercharging network. So we can't forget about ChargePoint and all the electric vehicle chargers that they have across the United States. And it's great to hear that they were able to get some assistance from New York. And I'm thinking that over time, even though the current administration is not that big on electric vehicles, they could soon be providing funding to these different states to continue expanding the current infrastructure. So that way, when people are starting to move towards electric vehicles, the infrastructure will be there for them to charge their vehicles wherever they travel to within the US. Patronus AI's Judge Image wants to keep AI honest, and Etsy is already using it. Patronus AI recently announced that the launch of what it calls the industry's first multimodal large language model as a judge, MLLM as a judge, a tool designed to evaluate AI systems that interpret images and produce text. The new evaluation technique aims to help developers detect and mitigate hallucinations and reliability issues in multimodal AI applications. E-commerce giant Etsy has already implemented the technology to verify caption accuracy for product images across its marketplace of handmade and vintage goods. Patronus built its first MLLM as a judge called Judge Image on Google's Gemini model after extensive research comparing it with alternatives like OpenAI's GPT-4v. Judge Image provides ready-to-use evaluators that assess image captions on multiple criteria, including caption hallucination detection, recognition of primary and non-primary objects, object location accuracy, and text detection and analysis. Patronus offers multiple pricing tiers, starting with a free option that allows users to experiment with the platform up to certain volume limits. Beyond that threshold, customers pay as they go for evaluator usage or can engage with the sales team for enterprise arrangements with custom features and tailored pricing. Despite using Google's Gemini model as its foundation, the company positions itself as complementary rather than competitive with foundation model providers like Google, OpenAI, and Anthropic. As businesses race to deploy AI systems that can interpret images, extract text from documents, and generate visual content, the risk of inaccuracies, hallucinations, and biases grows. Patronus is betting that even as foundation models improve, the challenges of evaluating complex multimodal AI systems will remain, requiring specialized tools that can serve as impartial judges of increasingly human-like AI output. So this Patronus Judge AI could be a very beneficial and vital tool for the artificial intelligence space, especially when it comes to these different models that these companies are building. And even though I haven't heard too much about hallucinations when it comes to these different AI models that have been coming out, I'm sure they are still there and could pop up in the future. So a tool like this is going to be needed as these models continue to grow, become better, and more advanced within the technological world. So that's a wrap for the TYSK report. I hope you enjoyed the video, and to continue to stay informed, like the video, subscribe, check out these two videos right here. Let me know what you think down in the comment sections below, and stay tuned for the next TYSK report.